Now, I don't know if it's because I haven't been following politics too closely before the last few elections, or if this time really is different, but this political season has shown me just how messed up things really are in America. Now, I've seen so many politicians and our major media news outlets flat out lie in order to brainwash us into voting for them. Now, this has caused those who realize just how badly they were wronged by all of this reporting. I've seen anger, bitterness, and frustration grow like never before as well. People are upset, and rightly so, and this has led to a grim and sad reality for how the world is and where it's going and where we're headed. But, as you know, I also believe that those of us that are Christians can have a different way of looking at the situations that we find ourselves in. And Christians have a hope that others just don't share. And today, more than ever, this includes us having a different way of how we can respond to these times when things just aren't fair. So first off, we remember when things aren't fair for us, they weren't fair to Jesus either. Jesus is a person who never did anything wrong and he harmed no one, and instead of getting what he deserved, he became the object of torture and was murdered by his enemies. And on top of that, instead of him retaliating with harm, he prayed for the forgiveness of those same enemies that were killing him. So there's no better example of someone that was treated unfairly than Jesus. But when you think about it, on the other hand, it's because he didn't get what he deserved that made it so that way we didn't get what we deserved. Jesus took the punishment for us so that way we could be forgiven for the things that we freely chose to do wrong. We'll never fully know just how deep the well goes, but for those of us who can start to try to wrap our minds around a fraction of all of the things that we did wrong, only then will we start to understand the depths of how costly it was for our forgiveness. We know that Christ gave us radical forgiveness even though we didn't deserve it. He gave us a free gift for only our benefit, not his own. So knowing this and knowing how justice ultimately belongs to the Lord, that enables us to be able to afford forgiving others and also being generous with our love and forgiveness. This gives us an even greater ability to forgive others even in the most seemingly impossible to forgive situations. We can remind ourselves that if God can forgive us for all of the things that we freely chose to do wrong, then we can forgive others for all of the things that they did wrong because we've wronged God far worse than these other people have wronged us. So for all of the times that we've become victims of injustice in this world, we can rest assured that Christ not only suffered worse, but ultimately that justice belongs to the Lord. And it's by us remembering this that can give us the freedom to forgive others who don't deserve our forgiveness, knowing that we ourselves have been given a far greater gift of forgiveness that we too don't deserve. But what if you're hearing what I'm saying and you're still having a really hard time forgiving someone who did you wrong in an extremely painful way, and you still don't know if you can forgive that person? Then if that's the case, then go ahead and check out this video where I break it down in a different way, and I believe that this may help. But the next time that you find yourself having a hard time forgiving somebody else, what are you going to say?
What do you mean?